Give our band another round of applause. That was pretty awesome this morning. Are we full of energy this morning? All right, are we full of love this morning? Fantastic, that's how we like to start the day. Let us take that energy and that love into a communal prayer. Let us take a deep breath, close our outer eyes, and let's submit ourselves to gratitude. Gratitude for this beautiful day. Gratitude for these wonderful people we get to fellowship with. Gratitude for the change that is coming, the change that we know will take us from the place where we were when we walked into this place, tuned in online, to the different person we will be in the next hour. And so we are thankful for possibility. We are thankful for opportunity. We are thankful for each other. Amen. This morning, we are starting a new summer order of service, if you will. So
we are calling it a grand experiment.
A grand experiment for the summer. We're going to be changing some things up. So some things might be in a different order, and it's okay. It is all in love and experimentation. So we're going to be taking a pulse on the vibe and the energy in this place for the rest of the summer and seeing how these changes are taking place. So please feel free to share out. Oh, I noticed that change, and it helped me be full of energy for the entire service.
And please know with us that sacred cows sometimes make the very best hamburger. Up on your feet, Unity North. We have a song. It's one we have not done for a very, very long time. Ricky Byers Beckwith wrote this, and it's got a great part. You may have to jump all over the place, but just give us the God is so good. That's going to raise our voice, raise the spirit. I woke up this morning saying, God is so good. Oh, I woke up this morning saying, God is so good. I woke up this morning saying, come on everybody, God is so good. My God is so good to me. All right, Unity, I want you to let your body sing. I woke up this morning saying, oh, I woke up this morning saying, I woke up this morning saying, my God is so good to me. Okay, one more time from the top. I woke up this morning saying, yeah, I woke up this morning saying, God is so good. I woke up this morning saying, God is so good. My God is so good to me every day, in every way, every day, in every way. God is so good, oh, every day, in every way. God is so good, every day, in every way. God is so good. My God is so. One more time from the beginning and sing it like you mean it. I woke up this morning saying, oh, I woke up this morning saying, I woke up this morning saying, 3 times, my God is so good, my God is so good, my God is so good to me. Make a little noise. God is so very good.
You may be seated. Amazing. We can feel the energy in this place. Part of that energy and maintaining that energy, that love and that light are our prayer chaplains. We have Anna, Tara, Nita, and our lead prayer chaplain, Judy Demmer, on duty this morning, holding us in love and in light, reminding us that our God is so good to us. So thank you to our prayer chaplains holding us in sacred space wherever it is that we may be. So it brings us to a special time in our service, a big reminder of how good our God is. That time must be You got it. You got it. It's announcement time. Let's find out what is happening soon in our community. Now, this is a great time to take out your phones, take a picture of this slide so you can check on it later. Remember that all of the announcements, everything that's happening is on our app. It is on our website. So there are lots of different ways to find out what is going on. So a reminder that our open mic night this week, remember, meditation is at 7. And then we're gonna go downstairs. Then we'll be downstairs for ice cream and our open mic night at 7:30. Remember, we need an audience, not just singers and performers and storytellers. We have to have someone to perform too. So there's lots of stuff happening this week. Check out that slide, check out our app and our website. So speaking of amazing things that are happening in our community, on Friday we had a pretty cool thing happening. What was that? Thank you, Richard. Our Moonflower concert. So it was absolutely fantastic. Want to give a special shout out to Will Hodge. Thank you for putting that together year after year. You can see how much fun we had even on the next slide. There are more joyful faces. There was amazing music. And of course, moonflowers that opened at sunset right in front of your eyes. So if you missed it this year, you definitely want to make sure that in 2026, that is on your calendar. It's an amazing night of fellowship and music and magical flowerdom or something like that. It's just flowerdom. New word, flowerdom. So right now, we're going to take this flowerdom into a special announcement that we have for you from our executive director, Nicole Glasgow.
Thank you. Good morning. I asked to give this announcement myself. I wanted to let everybody know that after almost 10 years on the staff and 2.5 years as executive director, I've given my notice to the board, and I will be stepping down as executive director. Oh. I do want to make it clear there is no drama, nothing like that involved. I've been getting messages from Spirit that it is time for me to step down, and they started to get a little louder. And as we know, and as we teach, listen to that before you get that cosmic 2x4. So that is where we are. I have offered to stay on for a little bit to bring on the next right and perfect executive director. If you think that might be you or someone you know, the board is actively looking to fill the position, and there will be an announcement in the weekly e-newsletter, or you can talk to any of our board members about it. The other reason that I wanted to do this personally is I wanted to say thank you, because I have received nothing but love and support from this community, and I hope that you've received that from me in return. So thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
There will be a moment where we really celebrate Nicole. She's not real fond of that kind of thing, but we're going to put her front and center and have some nice things to say.
Absolutely. So we're going to move through this transition with love and with grace. We're going to move through it with people who have been here for years and also people who are here for the very first time, right? So we know that you might be a newcomer today, but you're a family here on out. And so you can see on the screen there is a tag that says, how can I help? Well, our welcome team are wearing those tags that say, how can I help? And there's a welcome packet that they have. Our lead, Marilyn Boniger, is here in the back showing you the tag and the welcome packet. So if it is your first time at Unity North, or you didn't get one when it was your first time, when you exit, there's a beautiful table in the foyer that you saw. That is where the welcome packets will be. So we want to make sure that you can be a part of all the things that are going on. Join us downstairs for some food and some fellowship, and our welcome team would love to say hi to you at that point as well. So right now we're going to get ready to say hi to Cadillac Jones in the Headlights, otherwise known as Michael March, Tam, and McPatty. So when I say get ready, it's because they are singing, "People, Get Ready." Put your hands together for Michael March and friends.
Baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Train to Jordan. It's picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key. Open the doors and board them. There's room for all. Your heart is truly home. All aboard. Get on board, yeah. All aboard. Get on board. All aboard, get on board. All aboard, get on board. There ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who would hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances grow slimmer. There's no hiding place from the kingdom's throne. So people get ready for the train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket. You just thank the
So now, is the new name Cadillac Jones and the Headlights? We'll take it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all three of you. So as we said, we're going to change the order of service a little bit. And we've always had meditation after the talk. And we're probably the only church that does that, the Unity Church that does that. We're going to try it ahead. And the reason for that is to prepare the sanctuary of our hearts, our spirits. So we're getting ready to open up the altar and the sanctuary of our very essence and being. Take a deep breath with me. Simple song to get into the meditation and into the silence and the stillness. I invite you to, as the words come up, to sing these words with me. I see God in every moment. Hold the energy of that truth as we sing this together. As the lights begin to dim a little bit, let's become still and let's become quiet and let's become receptive to the good that is here, that is right now. The word ooh, 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 I invite you to feel that ooh at depth. Whatever makes you go ooh, that's God. And let's just feel that in this moment as we sing. I see God in every moment. I see God in every moment too. Sing with me, everybody. I feel God. I feel God in every moment. I feel God in every moment too. I know God in every moment. I know God in every moment too. I hear God. I hear God in every moment. I hear God in every moment too. As we close our outer eyes, I see God. I see God in every moment. I see God in every moment. Ooh.
We move from the world of the outside to the world of the inside. Observing that transition symbolized in closing the eyes, and we open up our mind's eye to where we are in this now moment. Be aware of the body, the outermost layer of who you are. Relaxing the head, neck, shoulders, arms, torso, and legs. Aware of the whole body as one, having a sense of it integrated in a loving, gentle stillness. Then we seemingly move inward, like crossing another threshold, to the breath, uncovering that which was there all along, bringing it into the forefront of consciousness. Breathing out, breathing in, letting go, filling up. Every breath a prayer, an affirmation of continued existence. Breathe deeply as we move in another step, bringing awareness into the heart. As we focus into the space of the heart, we may notice that thoughts are crossing the mind field. Pleasant thoughts, maybe you're enjoying this. Unpleasant, maybe you're not. Notice these tendencies of mind to plan and to reflect, and see if you can just have a sense of letting this go. Not admonishing the mind, not judging, but just breathing with your awareness in your heart. Thoughts will come, but that awareness remains. As you go deeper into the cave of the heart, have a sense that you are now inhabiting, fully waking up to your true nature, which is beyond body, beyond breath, beyond thought, which is the silence that is always there. Anchor in the breath, in the silence, and remain in that space. Observe the silence experienced in the heart, one and the same with all hearts in and outside of this room. Remain aware of that self-existent silence as you just notice that there is a quieting of the mind. Thoughts remain, but you can see space between them. Notice how smooth the breath has become. Feel the stillness of the body. Bring back the silence as you open your eyes.
Please join me again. I see God in every moment. I see God in every moment too. I see God in every moment. I see God in every moment. Ooh. Thank you, Reverend Averill. Beautiful as always. I want to ask you all a question. Is there more God after the stillness, after the meditation? Or is there the same amount of good available to each and every one of us? I hope you know the answer. It's the same. It's the same. Nothing changes. The universe does not change. God does not change. Light and love and holiness and sacredness does not change, never changes. But what changes is us, our attention and our focus. Here we are on June 1st. And the title of the talk today is that old Rodgers and Hammerstein song, June is busting out all over. Yes? Can you feel it? Can you see it? Can you sense it? Can you know it? Is it the same miracle and the same beauty that was there in May, in March, in April, in December, in the winter of your life? Is it the same essence? And the answer is a resounding yes. But June is that moment when the whole earth feels like it's singing a symphony. A cacophony of sound and beauty and color and texture. And yes, June is busting out all over. But the question we ask ourselves today are we noticing it? Are we paying attention to it? Where is our attention? Where is our focus? Was it there all along? As it says, Jacob woke from his dream and said, surely God was here and I did not know it. Maybe Jacob did a meditation and a stillness to enliven that spirit that had gone blind. That spirit that had been set on a shelf. Here's a reality we teach in this community. Those who seek light will find it. Those who seek goodness will find it. Those that are looking for a greater expression and experience of love will find it by right of what? Everything we teach by right of consciousness. What's going on between your ears, where you're putting your eyes and your ears, your heart and your feeling is going to determine exactly the kind of experience you're going to have on earth. Nothing profound about my unity message today. But perhaps it's exactly what we need to hear over and over and over again. It says in the Gospel of Matthew, let's read it together, seek first the kingdom of God and all things will be added unto you. Seek first the kingdom of God, not second, not third, not when the to-do list is completed, not when you've taken care of everybody else. Now I put God, or I put God as love, as light, whatever it is, you use that energy force, give it a name, seek it first. Not at the end of the day, well, gosh, I've gotten everything done. Now maybe I'll turn to that infinite divine presence within me, and then everything will be okay. That God, that goodness, that abundance, that prosperity, that love is available at all times, and our attention and focus must be there at all times. We don't need to go to a mountaintop. We don't need to ascend to the top of the tallest mountain to find that essence, right? We don't have to go into a fancy ancient cathedral and suddenly we can feel God more there. We don't have to hold our body in a certain posture or position. We just have to bring our presence to the altar of life. to the altar of June, July, December, November. If we want to experience the essence of God, we must bring the presence of our divine self. Presence precedes essence. Say that with me. Presence precedes essence. Your presence, your focus is going to determine how much God, good, light, and love you are experiencing. Yes, it's as simple as how long can you sit still? How long can you be quiet from the noise of the world, the noise between your ears, long enough, no matter what's going on, because it has nothing to do with November or June. It has everything to do with you. It has nothing to do with the experience you're having, good, bad, or otherwise, and everything to do with you. Sitting still long enough to feel the pulse of the earth beneath our feet. And she's whispering, I am. I am. Say that with me. I am. Feel the vibration of I am and feel it coming to your left and your right. I am. Together. I am. All creation is singing I am, and sometimes it's beautiful as flowers, and sometimes it's dark like winter, but it's the same essence and the same presence. We must find the altar within our own heart and listen to the I am that is breathing us, breathing the people around you, breathing the earth. Every blade of grass holds a sermon. Every bird that is singing in the sky is a hymn to the glory of the universe. Yes? Every cloud, every breath, every experience, every moment, every person is a testament to this marvelous world. And it's an old hymn, but I love this hymn, and every time I stop and I pause and I begin to remember, then sings my soul, my blessed God, to thee. How great thou art. Come on, sing it in unity. How great thou art. Then sings my soul, my blessed God, to thee. How great thou art. How great thou art. All the altos in the room are saying, my gosh, could he go any higher? You know, God is the same way up here as he is down here, as she is down here. It's the same essence, the same presence. I must bring my presence to know that essence. The human race has been so distracted. Have you noticed this? What are we distracted with? You know, I ordered something this week online because I needed it. You know that little hump that you get on your back? And I ordered this thing that said it would take care of that hump. And then I read the instructions about why that hump was there. Here it is. We are so distracted with what's going on here. This is our posture. I'm challenging you, as June is busting out all over, to be aware that June is not busting out in your phone. And that slowly but surely, it's an aging process. I realize that my posture isn't quite what it used to be, and it has nothing to do with my age. It has everything to do with this. We have become so distracted by what's going on there that we have forgotten God right here. That we have forgotten the essence of light and love that's sitting right next to you. Turn to your left and your right and say, I behold the God in you. We are staring into screens. We are muttering complaints about what isn't working. Anybody recognize it? There was an old cartoon character. I think it was Muttley. Anybody have that running commentary going on in your head? This isn't working. That isn't working. Simple, basic new thought. What you give your attention to is going to expand. If you're not finding God, God didn't move. God is not missing. And then there's those that are waiting for the burning bush. Where is God going to show up? I got to find God, and we're looking for this burning bush when the whole creation is alive with the light of burning embers of God essence. And it doesn't have to be tomorrow. It doesn't be sitting in a certain position. It isn't looking at people you like. It's finding God everywhere. God is not missing. Say that with me. And if you don't like the word God, that's okay. We put the word love in there. Love is not missing. Say it with me. Love is not missing, light is not missing, truth is not missing, spirit is not missing, happiness and joy is not missing. You're missing from life. You have stepped out of life in 1,000 different ways, and you've forgotten who you are. The problem has never been God's absence. The problem of creation as we know it today has never been God's absence, but it's our lack of attention. So I would love to hire Averill to lead me in a meditation every time I start to lose my composure. Would you come do a meditation, Averill, so I can get back on track? What's that? She has recordings online. You can carry her in your pocket, but then you're going to have to pick up this. Hello, Averill. Could it be that the truths that Averill espouses when she's leading a meditation exist already in the field of you? Not only true, it's absolutely necessary. We're waiting for burning bushes, but every bush is burning, every single one. And still, we do not take off our shoes, as Moses did. Take off your shoes, for the place you stand is holy ground. We are standing on holy ground right now. Say that with me. We are standing. Essence requires presence. And you don't have to take off your shoes. Nobody wants to smell that today. But the reality is we need to take off the proverbial distractions that have kept us from finding the good. Today I'm going to talk about attention, about seeing with new eyes, about turning your soul, attuning your soul to the frequency of life, of love, of goodness. How many people have been having a little bit of static lately? Let's just be honest, the world is living static. All we have to do is turn the knob a little bit. Stop and pause, put down the phone, and be present. God is never far off. God is right here. God is now. God is all. God is in, through, around, and as everything. But let's carry it a step further. In, through, around, and as everyone. Ugh. Everyone. We cannot make exceptions. It may be forgotten, it may be buried, but ours is to look more deeply. Elizabeth Barrett Browning writes this. Let's read it together. Earth's crammed with heaven, and every common bush afire with God, and only he who sees takes off his shoes and sit around, pluck blackberries. The rest of the world is plucking around with complaints, picking, oh, this isn't working, this one's sour, this one's not, looking for the sweetness of life when the sweetness of life exists within you. Take off your proverbial shoes, your metaphorical shoes, and breathe, and get still, and get quiet. Creation itself is writing you a love letter. Look around. June is busting out all over. There's a love letter from the divine, from the essence of life, and everywhere you look is the evidence of God's love letter. If you're not reading that love letter, guess who moved? How often do we miss it all? Glued to our worries, glued to our concerns, running from one obligation to another. You know, I grew up on a farm, and the old adage, I can picture it right there, a chicken with its head cut off. It's not a pleasant sight to see as a child. You have nightmares about that, but the reality is the human race is running around without implementing the greatest tool for creation, what's between our ears, our ability to look, to see God, to listen for God, to feel God, to claim God, to know God, and to look inwardly. When did we forget to live in awe? I'm asking you that question. When did you forget to live in awe and wonder and reverence? Or maybe you're on the remembrance track, that you're remembering, but you forgot. You're one step, you're one thought away from forgetting again. I just say, thank God that my remembrance takes only 5 to 10 minutes as opposed to 10 years. Let the remembrance of what is true and beautiful around you live in you this June, every single second. Mary Oliver, smarter people than I, said these things. These are instructions for living a life. Let's read it together. Pay attention. Be astonished. Tell about it. Wow, there's nothing profound about that. Read it again. Pay attention. Be astonished. Tell about it. You know, the Great Commission, there's a whole bunch of people talking about the Great Commission that Jesus gave to his apostles. Go out and be the teachers. You go out and live the essence and the light and the love. That's the instruction for us. Mary Oliver is giving it too. Go, quit waiting around for a burning flame or a return of a Messiah, and be the Messiah. Be the flame, be the light by paying attention, noticing the good, and then telling everybody. Yes? Tell everybody. I'm so tired of unity being this best-kept secret. If your life has changed because you changed your mind, go tell everybody that same potential exists in them. Yes? You know, I've done a practice over the last year, and it has absolutely changed my life. And I know when I don't do this, when I forget. But I get into my car every morning, and the first thing I do is give thanks for the car. Now, it helps to have a new car. But I did the same practice. The practice started before I had the new car, and I was driving a 2002 Jeep Wrangler with no air conditioning. The practice had nothing to do with the car I was driving and everything to do with my ability to stop, to breathe, and be grateful. And then as I start the car, I set an intention. I send the angels before me. Joel and Marianne Blackford taught me this practice. Send my angels to do what I cannot do humanly. And then they go forth, and as I'm driving down the road, I say blessings to every person walking the street right now. Blessing to every animal, every dog that I encounter and pass. Blessings to every house that I pass. To every business, to every church, even the ones that think really differently than I do. Blessings to all those people, and may those who cross my path today be so filled with love that we cannot help but see God meeting God, exchanging God, and there's more God on the planet. Go ahead and clap. That's a good thing. You know, we laugh all the time. Maybe we get up in the morning, is it good morning, God, or good God, it's morning? And I can tell you, I'll go halfway through my day when I realize I'm getting fussy and complaining and mumbling and on the phone. Nothing's working. I can tell you, I'm muttly. You've seen the look on my face, I'm sure. It's because I forgot to do that practice. And there one day I said, oh man, nothing's working here. This was way into my day. I got in my car and I drove home and I said, let me do what I forgot to do. Let me pause. Averill, can you help me out? Or how about the infinite light that was within me the whole time to stop and pause and to bless everybody I meet and be grateful for the trees, grateful for the flowers. June is busting out all over and I drove to work and I didn't see any of it. Maybe I could slow down a little bit. Breathe, stop and smell the roses has a great deal of spiritual value. But just notice and pay attention. Every person I meet today is a child of God, whether they know it or not. May I be the conduit for that kind of a fire, that kind of a burning bush. What would life be like if we blessed everyone? We silently bless them as we pass them. How many people are so enamored with your life and what isn't working? Guess what? You're infecting the world with more complaint. You're infecting the world with more disagreement. You're infecting the world with that is tearing down. I'm saying be conscious, put the phone away. And you don't have to even say anything as you cross the person in the grocery store. But say, behold, there's God. Here comes God down the aisle. Oh, and that person's wearing a certain hat. There goes the presence of God. That's hard, isn't it? No matter what anybody's saying, doing, feeling, it's the same essence before the meditation as it is after the meditation. It's the same essence before the experience as it is after the experience. I did something many, many years ago when I was unenlightened, and was not proud of it. I was in a really, really dark space, and I happened to be in Carmel, California. Anybody ever been there? Lifestyles of the rich and famous. All the people that had everything I don't have, that they didn't deserve, that I did. And I sat on the corner parking, wanting a little bit of cheese with my wine. And I decided, in an unenlightened state, I'm going to call this corner Ugly Corner. All these people with their fancy clothes walking by Carmel, California. And I said, nobody's perfect. And I began to see what was wrong about everybody, even with the mink coats and all the wonderful accoutrements and jewelry. Look at their ears. They don't have good ears. Their ears are really screwed up. How much did they pay for that haircut? who do they think they are strutting down Carmel with their wine? And I caught myself and I went, what have I become? What is wrong with me? And I looked into the mirror and I went, yeah, this is ugly corner. I've made it so. But then I paused and I said, wait a minute. If I can make it ugly corner, I can make it beautiful corner. And about that time, a homeless person, yes, because the dichotomy of the haves and have-nots is evident in Carmel, California. A homeless person that looked like they hadn't eaten for a while or bathed for several weeks crossed in front of the corner. And I said, there's something beautiful to see about everybody. And that, I don't know if that was the presence of God that walked in front of me that day, because I was in my car. She didn't even know I was there, but she looked at me. This is what I saw. And then she walked on. My goal from that moment became to be beautiful corner, to be at the corner of recognition, of truth, of light, of God, and to start seeing. And I guess what? All those people, and the same people were coming back down the street after they'd had their lunch. I was there for quite a while. This was not an overnight success of evolution. I said, their ears are magnificent. Look at the way they walk with such confidence and such beauty. Suddenly, that which was ugly corner, all those people were the same. They want this view. I got this. What changed? The people did not change. I changed. Transformation starts within, yes? This is from Marcus Aurelius. Take this as a much smarter person than me. Can you read that okay? Together. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. I have a twin brother, and it's really easy right in your face. My twin brother can walk into a brand new house and within 30 seconds tell you 10 things that was wrong with the build. Tell you 10 things wrong with how it looks. I have that in me. He's my twin brother. That DNA exists in me. Thank God I broke free. I'm asking us as a collective, as a consciousness, as a people to break free from what is standard in the world. The status quo of the world. You want an easy out? Get your phone out and complain about everything that isn't working. Go turn the news on and complain about what isn't working. I'm saying if enough of us shift the attention, shift the focus, and live as beautiful corner, maybe this world that my grandkids are going to inherit will be a more beautiful place. But it's all based on my focus and on my attention. Here's a hard truth today. Sometimes the problem isn't the world. Sometimes the problem isn't the situation. And sometimes the problem is not the person. It's the chicken's way out. Who's the matter with us? You've given all your power away, and I'm saying take it back by right of your presence to find the essence that everybody else is missing. Marcel Proust says it this way. Do we have that one? Let's read it together. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. I'm going to invite the band to come back up. Your attitude is the lens through which you see everything. Attune it to truth. Attune it to light. And suddenly the world lights up. It's a magical thing, isn't it? The ordinary becomes the extraordinary. And if there are those that say that's Pollyanna, that's wishful thinking, no, it is spiritual law. And we cannot and will not wiggle and budge on spiritual law. Where you are looking is what you are creating. What you are listening to is what you are creating. What you are holding here and here is what you are creating. You know, I put a beautiful member of our congregation into the ground this week, Cynthia Sneed. And it was total chaos. I'll be honest, I was a bit of a fish out of water. There was a service, and I was asked to officiate the service for Cynthia, this kind, loving, peaceful human being. And 5 minutes before I was supposed to start the service, a bishop from the Baptist church came up and said, I will be leading this service. Okay. And he told me what I was going to do and what I was not going to do. And I channeled Cynthia Sneed. I'm so grateful because I was one thought, one word away from making ugly corner right in the middle of that. And I said, this is your house. Absolutely. And then things changed. He kept telling me, cut what you're going to say. Cut what you're going to say. You just do the prayer. And then he said, no, go ahead. I felt jerked around. Then I got up and I began, welcome, good afternoon, everybody. We're here to celebrate the life. And the organ player kicked in. I was in a Black Baptist revival. The drum kicked in, and I was like thrown for a loop until I wasn't. It's like, this is going to be fun. And I played, and I had all the same words, but I fit into the situation to deliver those words so they could be heard. And to a person, they came up to me and said, thank you for what you said today. Thank you that you didn't get pulled off course of what needed to happen here. Her 2 kids came to me and said, thank you. And then the bishop said, you go handle the internment. Go to the gravesite. Okay, John Ragland was with me. We went to the internment thinking I was going to get to say my kind words again. And up pulls a big fancy car. And out walks the bishop. And he says, I'm going to be doing this. You can do the prayer. And I opened a conversation that was not natural for me to open up. Tell me about the church that you serve. And I made a connection with this man that he wasn't willing to make. I was one of 2 white people in the crowd. And I could tell that my presence in the room was offensive to him. And I could have, eye for eye, tooth for a tooth, been equally as rude. Yet I opened a conversation channeling this beautiful Cynthia Sneed. And something beautiful happened. And we shared the internment where everybody cried, everybody laughed, and everybody felt one. And it mattered less about the color of the skin of anybody in the room. And it mattered more about the consciousness that was in the space. That's the consciousness Cynthia brought to the earth. That's the consciousness that went into the earth as she returned home. We're often searching for God in these momentous moments, these celebrations and loud music. And little music would be great, soft music. But if you kick in the organ, I will go with it. We're searching for God with a telescope. Where's God? And I'm saying we need to be a microscope. Right where I am, right in the experience I'm having, that's where God put me. That's where I'm supposed to find the light, be the light, find the love, and be the love. We need a magnifying glass. My mother-in-law used to walk around with a magnifying glass because she couldn't see anything. And I thought, I want to channel my mother-in-law because she saw things that other people missed. To be in the moment of a relationship that doesn't feel good and get out the magnifying glass. I'm going to find God here. I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to find light here. No matter what's going on, because it's the same amount of God available at the beginning as it is at the end. And yes, it's nice to be reminded by Reverend Averill, but the reality is I don't need her to go with me because her consciousness lives in me. The consciousness of everybody in this room lives in you. God is whispering, here, now, this. Say that with me. Here, now, this. And picture something in your life that you're struggling with. Together, here, now, this. No matter what it is, hold that in your head. Bring the light. Make beautiful corner, because the question is not whether God is present. The question is, am I present enough to notice? It's not the question we're asking, is God present? The question is, am I present enough to notice? Let us be among those who pay attention and who notice. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Richard. Thank you. We have this opportunity now to be the love and the light. as we move into offering time and extending when we think about that opening prayer, that prayer of gratitude. So what is a little bit different today is that we won't have the ushers coming forward with the baskets, but there are baskets in the back of the room. So if you were going to give in the baskets have simply moved. And if you were giving online or on the app, all of those things still apply. And so with that in mind, with that gratitude, with that opportunity to be the love and the light that we seek, let us say our offering blessing together. We are so blessed, we are so prosperous, and it is our great pleasure to share of our blessings and to share of our prosperity. And in the giving, the entire world is blessed. Thank you, God. And we invite you to join us as we sing our offering song together. Please join us. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful. We are so blessed.
Now I want to be real clear before we have the music come up here again, that just because the baskets are back there and we're not passing them here does not mean that you don't take the gift that you have brought to give it. I'm going to have ushers holding the baskets, and they're going to see you at Beautiful Corner as you walk by and go, we live in prosperity, yes? We live in abundance. And it's the same prosperity whether the basket is being passed or the basket is in the back, yes?
Yes.
Claim it, see it, know it, and fulfill it. Let's do some music here,
Let's
yes?
do it. So we've been doing this all day and hopefully all week. We've been showering the people that we love, that's you, with love. And so Cadillac Jones and the Headlights are back to help us do that even more. Let us continue to shower the people we love with even more love.
You can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed to playing a fool? One thing can lead to another, it doesn't take any sacrifice. Sister and brother, if it feels right, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Do as I say, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel.
Unity, up on your feet. Let's all sing it as our closing song. Shower the people.
Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel.
Sing it out, Unity.
You know it rains
People
sometimes,
you love with love.
but then we have sunshine. Just filled with love, 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 love. You know it's love, 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 love. Sometimes
People you love with love.
oh, show them the way that you love. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel.
All right, the challenge has been laid. Shower the people, not just the ones in here, but the ones out there. Yes? If what we've done in this room stays here, you've wasted your time. But if what we've done in this room goes out these doors, it's been the most valuable hour you could have spent. Yes? Raise your voice, raise your heart one more time as we sing these lyrics and make a commitment and a vow and a pledge to let what's in here live out there. Together we sing.
Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will.
One more, Unity, like you mean it. Put your hands together.
Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will.
Fantastic, beautiful, wonderful week. We'll see you next Sunday. Give a wave to the ushers on the way out the door. Thanks for being here this morning.